Hello everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into the latest episode, A Temporary Separation. Wow, what an emotional roller coaster this one was. Let's get right into it. The episode kicks off with that heart-wrenching decision from Xiaoling and Jieming. They've decided to separate, but they're calling it a temporary break too. Fix things individually. It's a phrase we hear a lot. This idea of needing space to work on yourself before you can work on the relationship. But is it a step towards healing or a step towards the end? That's the big question hanging over this entire episode. We see Xiaoling packing her bags and moving back into her parents' home. The official reason is to take care of her father, who has been unwell. On the surface, it is a noble, filial act. She slipped back into her old room, surrounded by memories of her childhood. Her mom is there, fussing over her, making her favorite foods, clearly thrilled to have her daughter back under her roof. There's this unspoken sense of victory in her mother's eyes, but feeling that things are finally returning to the right order. But for Xiaoling, that's anything but a happy homecoming. The familiar walls feel like they're closing in on her. The warmth of her family is there, but it can't fill the cold, empty space that Jieming's absence has created. She is physically present, but her heart and mind are somewhere else entirely. Meanwhile, Jieming is going through a parallel experience. He has also moved back to his parents' house, using his own father's health as the reason. Just like Xiaoling's mom, Jieming's mother can't hide her delight. She sees this as a chance to reclaim her son, to have him back in her orbit. She dotes on him, trying to make him comfortable, but her efforts just seem to highlight what's missing. Jieming finds himself sitting in his old bedroom, staring at posters on the wall from a lifetime ago. He's surrounded by the people who have loved him his entire life, yet he has never felt more alone. The silence in the house is deafening, a stark contrast to the life, the arguments, the laughter he shared with Xiaoling. Every little thing, from the way his mom folds the laundry to the TV shows his dad watches, reminds him of how different his life was just a few days ago. The shared loneliness, even when they're miles apart, is so powerful. It shows us that despite the fighting and the problems, their lives are deeply, fundamentally intertwined. They are each other's home. The episode really drives this point home with some beautifully shot scenes. We see Xiaoling staring blankly at her phone, her thumb hovering over Jieming's name, but never making the call. We see Jieming doing the exact same thing. They're both trapped in a cycle of pride, hurt, and longing. They're trying to follow through on their decision to fix themselves individually, but it's clear that being apart is breaking them even more. This isn't healing. It's a slow, painful ache. The comfort of their family homes have become a gilded cage, reminding them of the freedom and connection they've lost. They're going through the motions of caring for their parents, but that's just a distraction from the real issue. They miss each other terribly. Then we have Chen Wei, who steps in as the voice of reason. He finds Jieming brooding and gives him some much-needed, no-nonsense advice. He listens patiently as Jieming vents his frustration, talking about the pressures and the misunderstandings. But then Chen Wei cuts right to the chase. He tells Jieming, do and lose the most important thing in your life while you are busy fixing the small stuff. It is such a simple but profound statement. He reminds Jieming that relationships aren't about being perfect individuals who come together. They're about two imperfect people learning to navigate life's challenges together. This conversation is a turning point. You can see the wheels turning in Jieming's head. He starts to realize that this separation isn't a solution. Pushing Xiaoling away to fix himself is just another way of running from the real work that needs to be done, the work of communication, compromise, and forgiveness within the relationship itself. Chen Wei's words are a wake-up call, not just for Jieming, but for the audience too. How often do we focus on minor problems and lose sight of the bigger picture of the person who truly matters? And just when we think the emotional tension can't get any higher, the episode delivers its final, stunning twist. The ending is a masterclass in suspense and drama. We see Xiaoling feeling unwell. At first, she brushes it off as stress or maybe something she ate. Her mom, ever observant, suggests it might be something more. We follow Xiaoling as she takes a pregnancy test, her hands trembling. The camera focuses on her face, her expression a mix of disbelief, fear, and a glimmer of something else. Hope. And then, we see it. The positive result. Xiaoling is pregnant. The screen cuts to black, leaving us all gasping. This changes everything, absolutely everything. The separation, the family drama, the individual struggles, all of it is now viewed through a completely new lens. A baby, a new life that ties Xiaoling and Jieming together forever. Whether they're ready for it or not, what does this mean for them? Will this news be the catalyst that brings them back together? Or will it add an entirely new layer of complication and pressure to their already fractured relationship? This baby represents a future, a shared responsibility that they can't run away from. It forces them to confront their issues head-on. There is no more facing things individually when a third life is about to enter the picture. The stakes have just been raised to an unbelievable level. I have so many questions. How will Jieming react when he finds out? Will this news push their meddling mothers to finally support their union? Or will it give them more ammunition to interfere? This cliffhanger is absolutely brilliant because it doesn't offer any easy answers. Instead, it throws a grenade into the story and leaves us desperate to see the fallout. It is a development that feels both shocking and, in a strange way, inevitable. It is the ultimate test of their love and commitment. This episode was a powerful exploration of love, loneliness, and family. It showed us that sometimes the thing we think will fix us getting space is the very thing that breaks us. And that final reveal, I am still processing it. What a way to end the episode. I can't wait to see how they handle this bombshell next week. What are your theories? Do you think the baby will save their relationship or complicate it further? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them all. Thanks for watching this recap with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next breakdown. See you all next time.